Hey guys, my name is Dustin. We're going to be doing an NIL deal. Pretty much that's what my speech is over. Targeted towards college athletes or high school athletes. And then I have three people here. Turn it around. Cool, so let's go ahead and get started. I have my notes on my phone. I didn't have time. Okay. Imagine you're standing on a podium in Salt Lake City, Utah, about to be handed the gold medal for Olympic skiing. You're on top of the world. Still, whenever you get home, just an hour later, you're going to receive a letter from the NCAA saying you're no longer to be able to continue your athletic career at the University of Colorado to play receiver. Why? It's something all of us would ask. Well, simply put, you receive an endorsement for a ski helmet company. Weird, right? Well, as high school and college athletes, we've all wondered why we could not get paid for what we simply do. Yes, we have scholarships, but that's not all of it. We work out more than what we're told to do. And with the recent ruling of the NCAA, we all wonder how we can market our name, image, and likeness. I've studied this topic for over 6 years of my life and have written multiple essays over the topic. I also recently got a chance to speak with Aaron Lockett, uncle of NFL wide receiver Tyler Lockett, who is now running a marketing agent for this exact reason. In the next few minutes, I'm going to cover NIL deals, why we previously were not able to have them, and why the NCAA has finally changed the idea of it. First off, what's an NIL deal? Well, in order to find out what an NIL deal is, let me just start explaining it really. The first easiest way is to explain its name, image, and likeness. That's what it stands for. It means an athlete's face, or even just his association with a product or a brand, is simply that. He deserves to be paid for it. In simplest terms, it means that a college athlete can now be paid through endorsement deals with other companies such as Nike, GoPro, or even Subway, to just name a few that are pretty popular. One of the easiest ways, really, is to use an example. This game, NCAA football from 2009, the first is one of, in the game, the last name of athletes cannot be simply shown on jerseys because they weren't being paid for it. Well, this game ended up not being allowed to continue, at least in 2014 when they discontinued it. But why exactly would the NCAA not want student athletes to be paid by endorsements? Well, it's complicated, but let's break it down real quick. Why was the NCAA against NIL deals in the first place? NCAA has stated that college athletes are amateurs and not professionals. So they should not be getting paid for it. The NCAA also believes that the line between professional athletes and the college athletes needs to stay separated. It can't start to blur, or at least they didn't think so. One college recruiter has even stated already started to state that with recent transfers and the new NCAA rule, that part of athletes' decisions to go to certain colleges is going to be based around that. Who could give the most opportunities and the most money to that group, to that individual. This over time has evolved the idea, and the recent passing of the previously mentioned name, image, and likeness deal would allow endorsements from outside companies. Why did the NCAA finally allow this deal? Well, in 2019, the state of California became the first ever state to pass the Fair Pay to Play Act. This act would allow any and all college athletes in the state of California to receive endorsements. Colorado and many other states afterward would follow. Remember the Olympic skier and college athlete from earlier? Well, that's really what happened. His name was Jeremy Bloom, and he sued the NCAA in 2004 after he was initially denied his eligibility to play in the University of Colorado. Did he win though? Well, he was allowed to play, but he did have to drop all of his endorsements for skiing. Overall, the NCAA was forced into making the new NIL deal. They were trapped. They didn't totally agree with the decision, but they did transfer it into existence and the pandemic hitting the NCAA's profits hard, and the NIL deal was simply the way easiest to take pressure off the NCAA. Today, I informed you guys on what an NIL deal was, why the NCAA didn't allow it in the first place, and why recently in 2020 wasn't officially allowed to happen. So we all go out into our college ventures. Let's begin to live out our dreams and go get sponsored by our dream brands. Whether that's getting our own Nike sneaker or just getting free Subway every weekend and whenever we're going out on town. Thank you guys. Woo!